the video is in question, once again, from Shiro Nature. So it's right here. Yeah, thank you, Restreambot, for putting this on YouTube as well. Let's go watch it. So this is the 10 top worst grinds in Warframe. So you wonder what that actually is. And I absolutely love his his cute little Warframe drip right here, and looks like a cat.
And thank you, because we're almost at 20k subs.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome.
I'll think of what to do for our 20k special, but if you have any ideas, let me know. Oh, and I also have a Discord server. I guess I never promoted, have I? If you want.
Yeah, he has 26k now. Actually. It was 4 months ago. So he gained like over 6,000 subscribers over just course of 4 months. That's huge. Yeah, you know, if I like the video, I'm going to subscribe to him as well. I don't really watch him, the Shiro Nature person. I don't know who it is. It'll just randomly pop up in my YouTube feed because I've been recently obsessed by various Warframe videos. Let's
want to
watch.
join? We do giveaways and talk about video ideas if you want to join. Link is in the description. Now, grinding in Warframe can be a lot of work. Sometimes you get lucky.
25, Emma!
Other times you feel like God himself is looking down, making sure you don't get that one last part for what you need. As someone who has grinded for every single frame and weapon in the game, I figured why not give a top 10 of the worst Warframe grind.
Okay, what is he playing? What is this? It's not the Wisp, is it? I don't know what frame he's playing, actually. I can tell over the helmet. Is it Mesa? It kind of looks like Mesa. No, I digress.
Now these are current and subject to change.
Now, is it a Wisp? It might be a Wisp. Wisp or Mesa, one of the two.
And I know there's plenty of changes that made some grinds better. But stick around for some honorable mentions, and let me know what your worst grind was down below. So without further ado,
it's Wisp.
Let's start
Okay.
at number 10.
Yeah, of course he's playing Wisp. Yeah, he has like a cat helmet. Of course he's playing Wisp. What was I thinking? You know, respect.
The Sporthrix. To get your hands on this, you'll have to go over to the Deimos vaults. The percent drop chance differs per part, at around 6 to 7%, which doesn't sound too bad. But each part is also on a timer for the bounties. You can only get one part per rotation, so every 2.5 hours you have a chance for another part. Having to do an isolation vault at the start can also be quite annoying.
I had no idea that there's a thing. Like, I saw this gun and I was like, nah, why would I use it? I have better guns. And especially if the grind is this bad for the gun. Like, why? But I guess things like these are in the game, so people who has grinded everything have still something to do. You know, give them some meaning. Like for me, the meaning is obvious, right? I would be just grinding credits because I love grinding currencies in video games. I have like 50 million credits. Probably not much, but you know, I'm happy with it. I know people who don't have that much credits. I presume that veteran players have like billions, but hey, it is what it is. Let's continue.
You can do bounties inside the vaults though, which make the grind a lot better. But with the time gate on the bounty switching, and if you miss your part after the bounty reset, it can make you wait an entire day just to try again. For this reason, it sits at the lowest at the moment. Soon it will have a Coda variant, so allow more people to get access to one of Warframe's best snipers. So
it's a sniper. Well, farming Codas is pretty easy. Yeah, I agree. It's like, as somebody who've done exactly one Kuva Lich in their whole life, and that Kuva Lich was sitting and stealing from me for like 5 years. I'm not kidding. I just activated him once, and he was just there ever since. And then I finally killed him, so I could actually activate the Coda. Yeah, I didn't kill him actually. I converted him. What is his name? What's the name of my village? Yeah, hang on. Let's just check quickly. What is the name of my village? So my game capture is all the way down here, really. Yeah, we should probably move this up. We should probably move this. Right here above the office, maybe. Okay, so let's check what the name of my village is. Okay. So you think the only way you can find it is if you go to your inventory. This is like one of those little symbols, I guess. I think his name was like Gonda Talora or something like that. I like hated his guts, but you know, respect. He was sitting in my game for 5 years. Like, cannot really just end him just like that. I would be. Oh, I have convert signal. I think that's it. Oh, no, I don't know. It's not it, is it? Now, ultimately, it doesn't really matter. Okay, there is so much stuff in this game that I don't even know where I get it from. Oh, I have Victor Rapier now. I forgot about it. It's not that I'm going to use it. I can't even find it in here. Right, we can actually... hold up. Hey, head up. Oh, Condatator. That's him. Odd Blood Sigil. Yeah. I don't think you can look how he actually looks like, but he can come to help you in your mission. And then later, if you have like some better railgic intristics, which I'm not that far yet, then you can actually also summon him as a member of your crew. But you need to have like command on 10, and I went with piloting and gunning first, but slowly getting there. Anyway, let's get back to the video, shall we? Okay, so
4th will take our number 10 spot. At number 9, we have Steinax. Now, Steinax is a definition of what a time gate is. Now, to start the grind, you have to do the Veilbreakers quest.
Steinax. Oh. What was the grind for him? Veilbreaker, it's like, okay. Even though if parts for Steinax are in this, then yeah, I can see why you can do like once a week this mission to get this currency to then blow up on things that Carl is offering you. Yeah, sorry, it's still morning in here. You know, I don't actually know what the Steinax grind looks like, mostly because like they released him, and if you are watching the stream when he was released, you got Steinax for free. So I have no idea what the grind for him is. It kind of feels bad if the grind for him is pain, because yeah, you know, watch the Warframe streams. What can I say?
This quest makes you go play as Call, a Grineer you control and go on missions. And these missions are slow.
Well, you
And
cannot
the thing
bullet
about
jump and
Stynax
shit.
is that you need to be rank 5 to unlock the blueprint for him. Sounds easy, but then you find out you can only do 1 call mission per week. That means 5 missions for a total of 5 weeks of waiting. It's not a hard grind by any means, but the waiting is the worst part by far. So for this, we'll put Stynax at number 9 on the list.
Yeah, but you also got him for free for just being around when he was released. So I would say it's like 0 effort grind for me. I mean, I understand that it is not exactly the grind process or the intended process to get him. You know, just lucky to be around by that time. And yeah, 5 weeks of waiting is kind of a... But I like, for a Black Desert Online player, 5 weeks is nothing. You know, 5 weeks of grinding. You're telling me that for 5 weeks of grinding you actually get something in Warframe? You can 5 week grind in BDO and you get absolutely nothing. What do you mean?
At number 8, we have the Sepulchrum. Now, I do hope the Prime comes out with this dev stream, because we did get Trumna and Quas's Prime recently with Zaku. Now, getting the parts and the blueprint are actually very easy. Just talk to Father and trade in the standing. But to actually make the Sepulchrum, you need one of these.
Ah. You know, I did need one of these glasses in the past for something. I'm not sure what it was. It was like the standing with the family or something like that. And yeah, I remember being pretty angry about it. So yeah, if you need it for a weapon, man, good luck. Mine and fish in Deimos, yeah. The problem with fishing is like you need, if I remember correctly, you need some kind of like a special fishes that appear only in certain location at certain time, and you need to have the certain bait from one of those like 2 huge tentacles that are constantly shooting at each other. Like it's like Vome and Fas or something like that, and they are making residues, and you need to collect those residues, and then you need to make a bait out of those residues, and then you need to go fishing and hope that if you use that bait, that bait actually will give you the fish that you needed. It's
Share glass shards cost 20 grandmother tokens. Usually you can get about 3 to 4 on a good day, but grinding any tokens other than mother and father is always a huge chore to do. Grinding Deimos ores and fishing is the worst. So that's why Sepulchrum gets number 8 on this list. Next up for number 7, we have the Sinta. It's basically just a budget version of the Nataruk. Now to get it, you have to go running around Deviri for about an hour until you find one of these owl statues.
Okay.
These statues can take a lot of time just to find, let alone solve. And even then, if you solve the puzzle, you can still end up getting nothing out of it. On top of all that, you also need the resources from Deviri to even craft it. I would also...
Man, resources, I abhor research. I abhor everything about Deviri at this point. I was so excited when they released it, and then I realized it's just shitty version of normal Warframe. Just farming stupid stuff with like half puzzle, half action mini games all over the place, and then you need to fight Warframe, which is like the worst thing in the universe. And the worst part is you still need to do it because the Warframe, you need Warframe clasps or whatever it is called to your Incarnon weapons. And I do have Incarnon Prime for my Nidus, right? Sue me. I bought Nidus Prime Access back in the day, and they gave me the Strun Prime, which is pretty powerful shotgun. And you can attach Incarnon on it, but I still don't have that Incarnon crafted because like the idea that I need more like those clasps farmed is like I don't really want to go play Deviri twice and kill 2 Oroworms. It's like it's not that you wouldn't be able to do it. You are able to do it. I think, and are you getting like 5 or 10 for 1 Oroworm? I don't even know. If it's 5, then you need to go 4, or you can do it on the steel path, which basically just makes everything a little bit harder for 2 extra clasps. So my philosophy on this is never do steel path if you need to farm something quickly, because you can just, in normal like circumstances, like for example 1999 normal star chart and whatever, you can if you have like a good build, you can do steel path missions just as quickly as normal missions, and then extra rewards are usually worth it. But in Duviri, no. Like, no. That's all I have to say. So like 4 auto worms for just 1 encounter is absolutely insane. They should give us like auto worm drop in the circuit, so we don't have to touch Duviri ever again. Like even canonically, why would Driftrook wanna go back into Duviri? They are traumatized from Duviri, right? It's just only bad shit was happening there lately.
Also mention Kalervo here, but I think he's more straightforward to get rather than the Cinta. But both could go here, I just didn't want to clog up the list. So for this, we'll put Cinta at number 7.
Yeah, well Kalervo is, at least you pretty much know what to do. You always go to Duviri, go to that Kalervo prison if he is there, defeat him, get some materials, and eventually we'll just put Kalervo together, right?
Next up at number 6, we have the Hespar. Now the Hespar you can get from doing the different modes in the Zariman. The blueprint is easy to get from the bounties, and people
I'm not sure if I have that or not.
do Cascade for Void Relics, so you already have 2 of the 3 you need. But the last part is the Blade. The Blade you can get from Sea Drop rotation over at Void Armageddon. Some of you might have forgotten what Void Armageddon even is, and I don't blame you. It's a defense mission going back and forth until you defend 3 objectives and then kill the Void Angel. Once you kill the Void Angel, that will count as 1 rotation. One rotation can take around 6 to 8 minutes, and you need C rotation for the Blade to actually drop. That's around 20 to 25 minutes just for a drop chance. And the Blade only has a 10% drop chance, so you can easily spend hours.
Okay. Realistically, this is not so bad. Like 25 minutes plus, you can also do these in bounty modes, right? So if you are like farming reputation for Zariman, which I don't have because everything about Zariman is weird, so I don't really like going there too much. But I've done these missions multiple times. Maybe I even have that blade and not even realize it because I'm not like collecting excessively. Just whenever there is something that I can collect, and I usually do, but it's not like I'm hunting every single weapon. I don't really care about my mastery rating, and even though I don't care about it, I am mastery rating 24, which is not half bad, right?
Hours or even days just grinding this thing. For how
I mean, maybe you have wrong mindset. Don't grind for this. You will get this naturally just for doing missions on Zariman. But I get maybe this video is about like when you intentionally farming stuff and then it gets tedious, and then then I totally understand how this can be bad. But like, it's a looter shooter. It's basically every time you're just doing stuff, you hope for the RNG gacha gods be on your side and to get what you want. I mean, it's the same whenever you're farming like Gomei, right, or Citrin in those missions, and you are slowly getting those like currencies that you need, like metric factor north, to be able to buy those from the shop. But sometimes you get the whole thing, right, and you're like, okay, this is good. Same, it was same for farming flare or like the temple and the weapons for temple and from Skaldra. You were just doing the stage defense over and over again, and you were getting heartstrings, but sometimes you got like a part or a blueprint, which helped a lot.
terrible this game mode is, I think it's deserved for the number 6 spot on this list. At number 5, we have the Wolf Sledge. Now, some of you may look and see that it's actually tradable, and it's pretty cheap compared to other weapons. But the actual grind for this thing is horrendous. First, you actually have to have it available in the Nightwave rotation. This means you have to wait about 2 to 3 weeks until you see a Wolf of Saturn 6 beacon in the shop. This thing costs 50 Nightwave credits each. 50 is already a lot for a beacon. And considering all the available stuff from Nightwave, it can be a tough choice to just try and gamble for the part you need. And to
Yeah, but like the hammer is like it's not even good, right? So unless you are desperately in need for mastery points, why would you even waste your time and resources to build this? Like, there are much better hammers in the game.
craft the weapon you need.
Like, okay, if I go to the game just for a second, yeah, let's go to the game. So I think, wait, no, now I wanted arsenal. So just if I swap, I'm looking at the hammers, right? This one, like Arca Titan, you just build up and then you do big slam, right? This one isn't half bad either, right? Magistrar, and I think there is a prime version of Magistrar as well. All of these are great hammers. Is this I don't have a wolf hammer, but like no, just don't use wolf hammer, people. Just why? There is literally no reason to. It's a bad hammer, and you should feel bad for using it. Anyway, let's keep watching.
4 parts, which means at minimum you're going to be spending at least 200 Nightwave credits if you're lucky. This is one of those weapons.
Like, okay, I don't. There is one thing that I don't really like about Warframe, and it's when they lock some mediocre weapon behind like some stupid grind, and then you grind it, you get it, and then you're desperately trying to make it work, only to realize that all that effort that you put into it was literally just to get some mastery experience, because like whatever you do, you already have better weapons, but you know, at least it keeps the game fresh and you have something to do. But I would not spend 50 Nightwave credits for this hammer.
Weapons where it's just better to buy the parts than to actually grind for it. So we will put Wolf Sledge at number 5. At number 4, we have the Brack. The Brack was actually my last weapon I needed for my account, with over 2,500 hours of gameplay, by the way. I did so many invasions for stuff like mutagen masses that even being marked by the Goosedrag 3, it still takes forever for them to actually hunt you. The better way is to
Wait, so okay, so this guy, he has every weapon in the whole Warframe on his account so far. Maybe this was 4 months ago, and I don't think they released new weapons. Maybe like Coda weapons between now and then, so now he has something to do. But he has every weapon in Warframe in existence on his account. Dude. You know, this is why Warframe players and Black Desert Online players, sometimes they have the same, exactly the same vibe, exactly the same energy. Like, this is it. Let's grind, okay? Let's make a meme out of this. Okay, there is a meme generator, right? So is this the bro? Yeah, sure, this. So, Warframe players and video players grind. Yeah, this is exactly it. This is it. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah. Yeah, I think this sums it up. Okay, I think I need to save this actually. Let's save it. Hold on. There we go. I just slum it somewhere on the Discord, and then we will reuse it later. Yeah, that was me, not you. Sorry.
actually buy the beacons from Barrow, which you need to get lucky that he even sells them. It could be a month out until he sells them again, and you better have enough Ducats for him. You can get Necros to help with the drop rates, but just getting them to spawn naturally without a beacon can just take forever. The parts are also not tradable at all, and you can't buy the weapon from the in-game market either. That means you have to kill them for the weapon. Thank God that there's a Kuva variant. For that, we'll give Brack our number 4 spot. If you've seen a
So if you have a Kuva weapon, okay, this is what I'm interested in knowing. Like, if you have a Kuva weapon, and you have the normal weapon for that, how does it? Does it count like two different weapons for the terms of mastery, or is it like the same? I should probably ask ChatGPT instead searching on a wiki. And there is a Reddit post. The Kuva weapon max level is 40, but you do not need to put in each level. But you do need to put in 5 format to reach that level, and you do gain mastery exp for those extra levels. Okay. Interesting. Any weapon variant counts towards a mastery rating program. Okay, so... Wait, so was he, like, not entirely honest? Like, if he is saying that thank God there are Kuva weapons, does it mean that he doesn't have normal variants? I don't know. I don't care. Let's go.
theme with the last two weapons, then number 3 should not be much of a shocker. The Detron. The Detron is from Zanuka, which is like the Brack, but instead of helping the Corpus in invasions, you help the Grineer. Once you're marked for death, that means Zanuka has a 0.5% chance of spawning in any mission.
What?
You will need 3 parts to craft the Detron.
0.5?
Yes, that means 3 times he has to spawn, and pray you don't get a duplicate. Same as the Brack as well, it's untradeable, and can't be bought from the market. You will want to get the Zanuka beacons from Barrow, just the same. So Detron will get the number 3 spot. Now for the second hardest grind in War.
0.05 chance that the mob spawns, and then you need to one of 3 parts from the mob. You will get one out of 3 parts. So you need to kill him 3 times minimum at 0.5 spawn rate, and you need to pray you don't get 1 part multiple times. Yeah. You know, this is some BDO treasure items shenanigans right here.
Warframe?
Even though BDO is worst. Like, let's be honest.
It's war. For people that have war and are like MR10, I hate you. Out of the 2,500 hours of me playing, I have still yet to get a war drop from Stalker. Having a 5% drop rate doesn't sound too bad, but I have killed over hundreds of Stalkers during my playtime, and I have not gotten it once. But hey, I got a bunch of dreads. The thing that's different from
I have a bunch
war
of dreads
versus
as well.
the previous 2 weapons are that there are so many other drops. With war, it's all or nothing. You can get Stalker beacons from Barrow for 200 ducats each.
Also, people like saying that war is actually war's variants compared, because you need broken war to be able to reforge war itself. And people often say that that the war is actually war's melee weapon compared to the broken war. So not only it is a bitch to get, but also if you build it, you just lock yourself out of better melee weapon. That is also hard to get after, because you get one for free for doing main quest. But if you want another one, you need to do like metric fuck ton of bullshit for what's his face? Cephalon, whatever. Simularis. This is what the guy that is doing those. Yeah, Simaris, okay. Okay, Loki, we need to do something about this music that's constantly by Samachar. Okay, I love This Is What You Are song, but it's just too loud. Let's just go with this. Anyway, let's go back.
If you really want to start grinding for it. But even doing bosses daily and being marked by Stalker, it can take very long just to naturally get. And the only way to buy this is from the Hunhao bundle, which is like a lot of platinum. Hopefully RNG is on your side with this one, unlike it was for me. But because it was, I will put this at number 2 on my list. Before we get to the number 1 spot, I wanted to give some honorable mentions. Pre-nerf Railjack and pre-nerf Necromech grinds were hella bad. Pre-Railjack, you needed 15 Argon Crystal for a part, and each part takes
15? Oh my god, just imagine 15 Argon parts. Just for one section of Railjack. What the fuck, man? So you know what this means? You need to have all of these things prepared. Because once you start grinding for those Argon crystals, you won't have... You'll have like, I think Argon crystals expires in like 24 hours, right? So you would have 24 hours since you dropped the first Argon crystal. So you would need to run those void missions like crazy, which takes time on itself. Like if you go in a mission searching for an Argon crystal, it might take longer than usual. You don't just rush through the mission to complete it. You need to search through boxes and stuff to find Argon crystals. And hey, to be fair, you usually get like 2 to 3 Argon crystals per mission, but it still means that you need to do at least 5 missions in a row. And once you get those crystals, you have 24 hours to start building this. So good luck if you don't have 80 Copernicus, for example. Or if you don't have that ferret, if you don't have that polymer, you need to go grind all of those. Because if you are not ready, then your Argon crystals expire. And once you are ready, you actually need to go farm those Argon crystals again. And 15 of them. Jesus. I hate anything that is crafted throughout Argon crystals. Because you just need to go and find those crystals. Like somebody made literal effort for the grind for some weapons to be as obnoxious as possible, because you just cannot have multiple of these Argon. They just expire. They get deleted out of your inventory. And it is a unique mechanic. It is also obnoxious. Let's say for what it is, right?
Taking 24 hours to craft was outrageous. And Necromechs having to get the actual parts from the mechs and Deimos vaults was also super bad. Also, liches can be really time consuming if you're going for all the weapons. And don't even get me started on the Requiem relics that you're going to need to grind. Oh yeah, and fucking Carnage.
I'm not doing it.
Now,
yeah.
For the
Carnage.
last weapon, the
I agree.
Rotten Vandal. For those who know, I'm sorry. For the ones that don't, let me tell you why this is the worst in the game.
Okay.
Everyone hates leveling up. You sit in Sanctuary Onslaught for about 3 to 4 rounds until your stuff is maxed. It's boring, you get virtually nothing other than some regular relics, and it's mind-numbing. Bracken can only be obtained from reaching and clearing stage 8 of Elite Sanctuary. And yes, only Elite, so unless you're MR30, you have to use a fully leveled frame, so no leveling and grinding at the same time. And
well, to be fair, you can level up your weapons. This is what I do when I usually have a new weapon. I just take like a separate frame or somebody like Temple, so I can kill stuff, and I go to elite level Sanctuary and just grind there. Usually there are just people running with you and nuking stuff, so you get a lot of experience to your weapons. And like you can either support them, so you can take like Trinity for that, or Dante to just spread shields everywhere. Or you can take like Temple, so you can kill stuff quickly with Lizzie. And then you just level up your weapons passively as long as you have more party members around you.
Bratton Vandal has 2 parts that you need from round 8. Lotto Vandal is hard, but only needs 1 part, not like the Bratton does. Going all the way to round 8 takes around 20 to 30 minutes just for a shot at.
I don't think I have these Vandal weapons though. Do I? I don't think I do. Are they good? I have Breton Prime, so I put my Incarnon into that. Is there a Lotto Prime even? I don't even know.
At this thing. And if you don't get the drop, you get something completely useless instead. The blueprint and the stock are both C rotation and only have a 2% drop chance for each. My advice is that if you're leveling weapons and you're at stage 4 or higher, tough it out for the last couple just for a try. But hey, that's all I got for you guys today for the top 10 worst Warframe grinds. Again, if you have any other worst grinds or grinds that you experienced that you hated, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we hope to see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for the video, dude.